Coming up tonight, are you getting tired of saying that it's another Victory Monday? Ha! Neither are we.
They had a surprise in store for everyone. Field goals got blocked, and the Eagles went on to victory.
The first half, well, not so pretty. But that ending, epic.
Eagles hang on!
Thanks, big man. And Philadelphia says goodbye to a sports icon, Bernie Perrant, one of the greatest goalies of all time. Let's keep the momentum going after an eventful weekend. Hey, what time is it?
It's time to get fantastic.
From Fox 29 News, this is the Phantastic Sports Show, presented by NJM. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance.
It is not just any Monday, it's a Victory Monday again. Happy to have you with us here on the Fantastic Sports Show. We got Jamie, Jason, Breland here.
You guys left me out of the memo. Was there a text?
Yeah. Well, we missed the memo on the flannel. That's what we missed.
I know.
You know?
I don't even think I own a flannel. I should get one.
Yeah.
I got
it's
one.
like a good transition.
It is. It's first day of fall.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
first day of fall. That's why I decided to lean in.
I like it.
But you guys went Kelly Green.
Yep, we did.
So it's
well,
fine.
we are coming off one of the greatest regular season Eagles victories in recent memory. That, at least in our time here. Were you here for the Meadowlands Miracle?
Sure was.
too?
I was there. I was on
Okay.
the, yes.
We'll discuss that.
Yeah.
What a day. Confirmed Fantastic Sports Show viewer Jordan Davis, the hero,
Hey now.
yesterday.
He did watch the show at least when it was on late. I don't know
Yeah.
about right now, but Jordan, if you're watching,
Come on
well
up.
done.
Way to go,
well
Jordan.
done. All right, so here is what is on deck this evening. We've got a lot to get to. Obviously, we want to talk about this Eagles win, the tale of two halves, because my goodness, I don't know what was said during that halftime, but something changed right then and there. Also, the Jordan Davis show, as we talked about, and we do have to pay homage to a legend. Bernie Perrant unfortunately passed away this weekend, and we're going to give him his flowers because what a remarkable human being, both on and off the ice.
No doubt about it. I think all the headlines, we missed an opportunity to call him Air Jordan as he goes up and blocks,
yes.
blocks the kick.
I'm sure Jalen Hurts would have actually liked that. 'Cause
Right?
It's like a nice
That's
little
it. Yeah.
sponsorship hat tip.
We have a lot to talk about here with this game.
Yeah.
What a game it was. 215-915-PHAN. Be a part of our show. Send us a fan cam, which is to say a selfie video, and upload it with that QR code or text it with that phone number. Much to discuss. The Eagles are 3-0. They are 20 out of their last 22 or something like that. This team only wins, ladies and gentlemen.
Trust me when I tell you, this game had me stressed out. It had me stressed out. But that last play, had me crying like it was the Super Bowl. Go Birds! E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
All right, yeah, me and you both, honestly, as we get things teed up here. What an incredible turn of events. I think that entire second half of that game was really remarkable to watch, Jamie.
It really was. I was thinking, watching the game, what am I going to talk about today on the show? And I'm like, wow, we're going to have to talk about how the Eagles are in trouble.
Yeah.
That the offense is stagnant.
Yeah.
And then the whole narrative changed. Just like, now we got to talk about this team finds a way to win, right?
Yeah.
You block one kick, it could be luck. Block two kicks, something's going right with this,
That's
with
right.
the special
That's
teams.
fate.
It's the twin towers of our defense who are special. Here's one.
Yeah.
And this is the second one. This is the one that we will never forget. 18 miles an hour of 330 pounds
That's
of glory.
that Peloton working.
That's it. Number 90. I'm very happy for Jordan.
Me too.
It's a big year for him.
Yeah.
And he is proving himself as one of the best defensive linemen on this team right now.
So he came into training camp and told us he lost roughly about 30 pounds over the offseason. He's been working really hard on getting his weight down and his conditioning. He said one of the things, that's why I shouted that out as a joke, but really and truthfully, he was using the Peloton and other things to really just kind of keep himself in shape during the offseason. And he's put a lot of work into himself. And I think it's really, really paying off.
Showing.
I mean, my goodness, I'm so glad and I'm so happy for him that he's really having himself a time during these first 3 games.
You can tell. You
Yeah.
can tell that he's a different player. I was there at draft night, the night that they drafted Jordan, and besides the fact that he's a mammoth of a human being,
Yeah.
because he is, you were captivated by his smile and his personality.
So nice.
And so you like good things to happen to good people.
Absolutely.
And that was so fun to watch.
Speaking of being in shape, in his 48th season with the Eagles, Merrill Reese continues to knock it out of the park. Let's listen to the glorious call of Merrill Reese on the Jordan Davis block kick and return for a touchdown.
The ball is spotted. The kick is away. It's blocked! It's blocked! It's picked up by the Eagles. Running with it is Davis. 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown! Game over! Jordan Davis!
Are you kidding me?
Blocked him again!
Are you kidding me?
Blocked him again! Have you ever seen anything like this?
Do you believe in miracles?
The Rams are standing silent. They can't believe what just happened to them.
Landon's face was priceless.
And Jalen Hurts' expectation of the play not being surprised at all. He just didn't even react.
He just doesn't, though.
It's incredible. I love that about him. It just shows.
I don't even know how you do that.
I know. He's got ice in his veins. And he later said he knew it was going to happen. Like, he just felt like it was going to happen. They figured something out on special teams, and it worked.
They figured something out, full stop.
Yeah.
I mean, that first half was unbelievable. And I've been a big defender of this team, of this offense throughout the first 2 games, because I think that's a realistic expectation for them to not have all the pieces together during the first 2 games. And the fact that they were able to beat the Chiefs ugly was impressive to me. That being said, when you have 33, 34 yards of offense in one half, I mean, that is just completely unacceptable. Yep. And that's when I started to side-eye a little bit. And I'm like, okay, maybe there is something here. But once again, what did I say? Don't panic. And look, they went in. I don't know if it was Jalen Hurts or what. I mean, the transition at halftime, and I was not at the game yesterday. The transition at halftime was so jarring that I actually was texting people, is Sirianni now calling play? Like, is someone else calling these plays? Because it was that much of a difference. But apparently Kevin Patullo called the entire game.
Here's what I think about what's happening with this team. I think they are all talent and all grit and not enough game plan. And they're winning games with talent, with the best roster in football probably, and grit, just determination. So I think Nick Sirianni, I think he's a great motivator. I don't think he's an X's and O's coach. And
that's not his job.
Well, I know it's not his job. It's not his job to call the plays, but it's his job to game plan. It's his job to get the guys ready.
You don't think he's doing
he won
anything?
A Super Bowl not being an X's and O's coach?
Yeah, you can do that. Plenty of coaches have been great motivators. This is a compliment. You know, it's okay to have a strength and a weakness. I don't think he's an. I mean, plus he had last year. He had a different offensive coordinator who was an X's and O's guy.
Okay, I don't think that's correct at all. But let's go hear from Nick Sirianni himself.
Kevin called the plays yesterday in that second half. Jalen, but make no mistake about it, like Jalen does a great job of communicating. Jalen sees the field really, really, really well. There's communication, right? There's talk through it, everything like that. But yeah, Kevin called the plays. Kevin will continue to call the plays.
Well, he's calling the plays, but then is Jalen Hurts changing the play?
My point is that made it sound Jalen's the coach.
Yeah.
Or the offensive coordinator.
Right.
Didn't it?
And it sounds like maybe Jalen took over at the half and said, you know what? I'm going to run the offense.
Whatever happened. I mean, there was some serious frustration. You could see it. It was on the broadcast of Jalen yelling at Kevin Patullo and Jamal Singleton. And there was apparently some, other frustration being expressed at those two as well. Whatever happened, I mean, my goodness, what an incredible turnaround. I do think that the Eagles' game plan, I don't know what else they would be doing for an entire week at NovaCare. I really don't think that they're just sitting around.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that it's not effective. I'm saying whatever their game planning has not been working. And yesterday at halftime, something changed, and let's hope that this continues, because We finally saw A.J. Brown get the ball. We saw the receivers get involved. By the way, Jalen Hurts is an MVP so far this year. I know it's only 3 games in, but he's squeaky clean, not turning the ball over. I trust him to run the offensive.
I just don't think that you get to 2 Super Bowls and make playoffs every single year without being an X's and O's coach. I just feel like that's wild.
Well, the difference is Vic Fangio and last year's offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore.
So how did he get to the Super Bowl the first time?
He's a motivator. He motivates these guys and has them ready to go and play and do whatever they need to do to be gritty. So he's defined the grit of this team. The talent has been obviously Howie, and so they're that good.
So do you think Doug Peterson was an X's and O's guy?
It's a totally different coach. Yeah, probably, because he wasn't that motivating.
So that team you don't think was as talented as this team?
No. This team's way more talented.
So this team's doing it on talent.
That's what I think. Yeah. Are we going to fan cam?
Oh.
My thoughts on the Eagles game this past Sunday against the Rams. What on earth was Pryor doing? When running on first down doesn't work, maybe let's try to throw it, maybe a little sooner. And a lot of hard work, a little bit of luck. That's what makes the magic happen in greatness. Go Birds.
Yeah, I agree with you, Thomas. I don't know what in the world Pryor was doing. The reason why you bring Fred Johnson back is because he knows the offense and he's solid. Why was he not there in the first place is beyond me, and he made a world of difference.
Well, that's what I was going to say is you say MVP Jalen Hurts. Yeah. How about MVP Howie Roseman? Well, again, he makes a move that was just kind of an afterthought, and look how that paid off. You don't think Fred Johnson being in there won that game for them?
Yeah, he did.
I think it did.
Yeah.
And Lane leaving the game, immediately you could tell something was different about the offensive line. And then he was it on the tush push, and now they're going to say, see, people get hurt on the tush push.
Yeah. That's not going to be good.
That's not it.
I hope not.
Yeah.
And he'll be back, I think. A stinger, usually you can get over.
Yeah, he's fine. Yeah. All right, we're going to take a timeout. We're going to come back and talk a little bit more Eagles, but if you would like to weigh in, there's your number, there's your upload link. Super easy. Just send a selfie style video just like you saw Thomas doing. Give us your thoughts, and we'll put you on TV.
I, Asiana Adair, heart, sound, and mind, is signing this contract of full certainty. This contract states that I'm officially making the Philadelphia Eagles my favorite NFL football team. Now, at the end of this commencement, pick which hat that you want to represent the Eagles with. Congratulations, you are a Philadelphia Eagles fan.
That's
Congratulations.
Very creative.
Yeah, that's super creative, and it's always nice to see, start them young.
That's how it works.
That's how I started.
I know. And that's how some Dallas Cowboy fans who live here started. Their dad was a fan. And now
I don't like that.
It makes no sense.
Fandom's not a choice. You get born into it from here. You live here. You're a fan.
Well, they're paying for it now, right?
Yeah, they
because
absolutely
they lost again to the Bears last. We'll talk about them.
That's part of the show, but you're adding
Producer Marcus not loving life.
Yeah.
A.J. Brown yesterday. A.J. is back over 100 yards, 6 catches. And a couple of just dominant catches where he's one-on-one with a guy and he just outmans. Oh, look at that catch. This guy is one of the great receivers in the game. It was great to see him finally have a big role in this game. What do you think?
Imagine.
Yep.
The offense gets moving when you throw to your best receiver.
How about that? That's a novel concept.
Wow.
And Jalen's throws are on the money. I mean, another one to Dallas. That was the play I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Just absolutely outmanned that guy. He couldn't have been covered any better. What do you do if you're that DB?
Yeah, I was super happy for AJ. I mean, despite what people might think or whatever, I think he's had a really great attitude the past 2 years about the lack of production that he's had because he just wants to win. I even referenced that during his Super Bowl speech at the Art Museum. But, when you are able to showcase what you're able to do, because he's so talented, this whole offense is so talented. I couldn't have asked for a better game from him yesterday. I hope we see more of that.
Let's go to the fan cam.
That was the best Eagles game I ever watched in my life. And one thing about my team, I never count us out. And I'm always knowing we in favor of playing from behind. Go Birds, way to get the win. And big guy Jordan Davis, way to be fantastic.
Hey, with a PH. By the way, if he keeps playing this way, Howie's going to have to figure out how to pay him and Jalen Carter at the end of this year.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got it.
It's only money.
He's got that thing.
Do it.
Worked out.
Get paid. We want to see Jordan Davis get paid if he plays this way. So the Scovo, we're asking you which was a more epic ending, yesterday's legend at the Link or the Miracle at the Meadowlands 2. And Jamie, you were at that game.
I was
in 2010.
That dates me, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you asked me to pick?
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's tough. I know everyone's saying this one. I'm going to pick the other one just because, I was there, but it was just so... To run back as far as he had to run back, and that scored me the difference. I mean, the block itself was unbelievable, and it was unexpected. But I think that was probably harder to do, I guess, although Deshaun was pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Yesterday?
Well, they were down by like 20.
It was such a good comeback.
4 points with 8 minutes to go.
I was standing for that one. I was at the Meadowlands. I was standing like right at the start of the tunnel on the field, waiting to go rush the field and get the interviews of the losing team. Right,
which you thought was going to be the
Eagles.
Eagles.
And Deshaun literally like ran right past me, like he was. And I'm like, what just happened? Where did he go?
I'm always going to be team big man touchdown. I love a good big man touchdown.
That's true.
Because they never get that glory. So hats off to you, Jordan Davis, apparently fan of the Fantastic Sports Show. Okay, we are going to take a short time out. When we come back, we are going to celebrate the loss of a legend, Bernie Parent, unfortunately passing away. But we all, I think, have very, very fond memories of Bernie. So we'll talk about him in just a sec.
As I remember the glory days of the Flyers with the back-to-back Stanley Cup championships in the mid-'70s, most people think about the Broad Street Bullies, but despite all that, without Bernie Parent, there would not have been any Stanley Cups. He was the Rock, and he personified goaltending excellence. And his spirit was personified at the Spectrum as there would always be a sign up saying that only Jesus saves more than Bernie Parent. So now you're up in heaven, still making saves. Thank you for the memories, Bernie. And we love you and we miss you.
Thank you, Paul. Very, very well said. As we're down the stretch here, we want to take some time out to remember, Bernie Parent is just an incredible figure, both on and off the ice, because he's one of those rare figures. And Jason, you and I have talked about this on this show a lot, how the Flyers alumni are really extra engaged. I mean, no knock on the other sports teams, but the Flyers alumni really take the time to be in the community and be a force still well after their playing days. And Bernie Parent, I think, really personified that with his work with, the Ed Snyder Foundation and so much going on here. And he was just a really fun guy. I just had dinner with him not too long ago. September 6th?
A couple of weeks.
I was at a Darren Dalton Foundation, and he was there. He sat right next to me
Still
and
involved.
showed me his Stanley Cup rings.
Wow.
And, we had fun. So
Jamie,
it's shocking.
He was the face of a team that was really that defined and personified Philadelphia sports, the Broad Street Bullies. What were your dealings with him over the years?
Well, like you said, first of all, he was everywhere. Everywhere. I mean, it doesn't matter, what charity event it was for. It felt like Bernie Parent was there.
Always.
Which you got to give him credit for it. I mean, I'm sure his time was precious, and he made time to be anywhere he was asked, which was special. And then when he was there, anybody he met, he treated like it was their best friend.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't need to, and it could have been me, it could have been you, but it could have been anybody, a Flyers fan, a lifelong Flyers fan. They always got to see the rings. Yeah. They got to try them on, and the voice and the hug and the warmth you don't see warmth like that.
You're talking about a human here, not a goalie, and that's important.
It is true,
because he was more than a goalie, and he was a great, from what I've heard, because we weren't alive for his time here, but he was between the pipes for a majority of the games, unlike goalies today who are half on, half off. He was the guy, a great goalie, but even better human. This is Joe Watson, friend of the show, of course, former teammate of his, on Good Day this morning.
He had 3 procedures in a year in his back, and I'll never forget, yesterday morning I went to church, got up, went to church, I came home, and there was a message for me, and so I had to call this gentleman, and he told me what happened. It was hard to comprehend and hard to believe this happened to him.
What are you going to miss most, do you think?
His humor. His humor. He was funny. I mean, he was telling these jokes Friday night, and we were laughing our shakers off, man. We were laughing, oh my God. And then this happens.
Yeah, Joe, he's usually very happy guy, and you can tell he's hurting this morning.
And, my heart goes out to all of those guys as well, because I know that they're so close.
Sure.
So close. So, and the writers that covered it, he was close with everybody.
Yeah.
And it almost felt like we'd have Bernie Perrant around forever.
Yeah.
Didn't it?
It did feel that way.
Did.
Yeah.
So.
Bernie Perrant, dead at the age of 80. Rest in peace, Bernie. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. So, no, Jason, this is our time because yesterday was Jason's birthday, and obviously we were not here. Jason got an Eagles win for his birthday, but
I have 40 seconds to open the cupcakes. This isn't good.
We still have to. Okay.
This isn't good. This is bad. Okay, Jason.
You got it? Okay.
Right.
Pretty tasty cupcakes.
Thank you.
Wait,
we're not gonna sing to you because I feel like nobody wants that.
That's the cannoli.
But you have to make a wish. Can you make a wish in 15 seconds?
Undefeated season for the Eagles.
Oh,
and also a World Series for the Phils.
Okay. Happy birthday, Jason.
Thank you.
We'll see
Let's
you tomorrow.
go.
Yay.